Hey ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's Papa Bale. Welcome to the channel. Alright, so I have litz wire. This is 100 strands of 38. This is going to be awesome as a generator or pickup. It's good for 100 kilohertz. We're not going to use it for anything like that though. We're going to use it to gather energy from magnets. It's going to be sweet. This is 18 gauge. So I guess it equivalates to an 18 gauge wire in its diameter, which is pretty freaking cool, man, because I like 18 gauge. It's 1 millimeter. It's a nice size. And well, let's look at this up here. I know it kind of looks like a maze. It is kind of a maze. Alright, so we've got a tri-filar coil right here and a single file coil right here. And they're all hooked up parallel to the switch, which distributes the power. And then they're all grounded over here. So they all have their own ground, which is a common ground. And they all have their common power distribution right here. And as long as you're going for, you can do this, but it's your amps that are going to increase. As long as you have your amps all the way open, you can run it like this at, a low voltage, steady voltage. Okay, what's the benefit of being able to do this? Well, I was going to discuss one of the possible benefits in just a second. But I'm going to get it started. See, it's that simple. But at 1.8, we were drawing like 4 up to like 800 milliamps, man. We were almost drawing an amp. Once it gets going, it's alright though. And there's our wave, if you can call it that, at 1.8 volts in. This is 4.5 with all these coils parallel to the drive circuit. A little bit more defined wave. It is a low frequency switch, I have to keep saying that because it's not going to get much faster than this. We're drawing an amp at 4.8. I'm going to cut it back. Now what I was suggesting in my head to myself is that we make this the drive coil and then turn this into a pickup coil. Just kind of switch its purpose, and that way it's in front of the pole and it's getting hit by the magnets. It'd probably be just the same as having it in the back except for the magnets. It'd be a totally different experience, and we just gotta see. And this is how we do this. We unclip all the wires in the tri-filar coil and we start her up. And voila, man, it's working. That is so cool. almost 8 volts though. 9 volts. And that wave is definitely intermingled with electricity from the source. You can see that's very messy. All right. I think it's cool though. I mean, what we get off with the switch is going to be crisp. Let's see. As soon as we hook this meter up to the pickup side of things, go 12 volts in. That field's got to be nice. Alright, so yeah, we can do that. We can totally do that. I think I'm going to do that for my next video. And I'm going to turn that little one in the front into the pickup coil. And it's 18, 20, and 32 gauge. So it'd be interesting maybe even to put Schottky's going from the 18 to the 20 to the 32. And see what we get from that. Just as a pickup. Have it be one connection. That's my intention. Whether I put the diodes in there or take them out is totally doable. Yeah, it's like not in the plans, but I could easily make it a plan. Alright, so I'm going to take these 3 ends and 3 of these, and we're going to connect them in series, and then we're going to take that connection and hook it to the meter. So here's the question I have for you guys. Do we go in series from 18 to 20 to 32 with Schottky diodes, or do we go 18, 20, 32 AC connection without a diode, 18, 20, 32 but we go 32, 20, 18, or we hook it up in a different order for the 4th or 5th or whichever one that was. We're going to try all that stuff. Because, if the Tesla coil is sound, which it is, we all know this. If you build it right, it will work and people will come. Just like the movie says, build it and they will come. Okay. So using those rules, does it go big to small? Does it go thick to thin, or does it go thin to thick? We're not going to do any drivers or anything. I'm just from the big wire to the little wire, or the little wire to the big wire. Which order does the circuit go in? I don't know. Thought I'd ask. Because I can hook this up and find out whether, if like you start out with the 18 and you draw from the source from like as an 18, and then you shove it into a 32, what's going to happen? That thing should blow up. I mean, that wire should pop. It's not gonna, but what happens? Does it just bottleneck and nothing happens? It just gets weaker or different, or what happens? We're going to try and find out. By hooking this up different ways. Now, I think the amp funnel, the funnel starts wide and gets smaller. So the amp funnel funnels the amps down. Now if you put it in reverse, it should open up, right? It should, the amp should go up if you flip it around and start thin and go to thick. But since, like if you're looking at it like the army just got through the little tube, it's a little army when it starts out. I mean, if you have a bunch of time, maybe you can make this work. Possibly. I don't know. I really don't know whether it's going to work or not, but it's going to be awesome to find out. Like the amp funnel theory has been something that I've been working on. Can you shove all that business into one coil? Or can you have, like a number of coils that are all different gauges going down like a scale? Like that. And that would work the same way as having it all in one coil, except for the interactions that those wires would have being in close proximity. And if that interaction is bad, it would be a bad thing. But if it's good, it would be a good thing. That's why, having them all separate and in different coils can be a good thing. I mean, it would take up a lot of space, but if that's what your design is, having multiple coils with different gauges in it to play around with to do an amp funnel thing would be great, because that's what it's all about. It's about starting big. Where does it go? Where does it go? Heat, definitely heat, but radiance, possibly. But yeah, man, it's definitely going to get hot. Whew. All right. Thank you very much. Peace out. Have a wonderful night. Bye now.